How are you bossing up this full moon in Aries? Stay tuned to find out. Hey dreamy dreamers, welcome back to the Crazy Dreamer Network. My name is AJ and let's hop right into today's reading. So today's pick a card reading is how are you bossing up during this full moon in Aries? We have 3 piles, pile number 1, pile number 2, and pile number 3. Pile number 1, we have the flower agate with the Wheel of Fortune. Pile number 2s, we have the Carnelian with the Magician. And pile number 3s, we have the Topaz with the Fool. So I'll give you all some time to meditate on your pile selection. All right, dreamy dreamers, pile number 1, pile number 2, and pile number 3. I love you all so much, and I'll see you in your reading. Bye. Hey, pile number 1s, welcome back to your reading. So you all chose the flower agate alongside the Wheel of Fortune, which is the midhaven basically of the major arcana. Okay, so we have Jupiter here. So Jupiter rules the Wheel of Fortune, or it's connected to this card, right? And the depiction here in regards to how you're bossing up is like communal, right? You could be the leader, you could be leading the pack of a community that you have cultivated or that you're in, right? But I feel like the wheel is definitely turning in your favor. And in regards to your boss up, right? Especially, I wanted to use that terminology because of the Emperor energy, right? Because it's Aries, full moon in Aries, right? Aries takes no prisoners, okay? So again, how you'll be bossing up during this full moon in Aries is you're going to be given a little grace in regards to this boss up, right? You're going to be given a little grace. There's going to be luck on your side, but luck that you have worked for and towards, right? So this luck didn't just fall out the sky. You created this luck, pile number 1s, and you created moving forward towards your destiny, okay? But yeah, definitely this is involving community leadership, community impact, community service. That's what I'm getting here. That's how you're bossing up. You're taking a stance, you're taking the lead when it comes to galvanizing people, whether it be in your community, whether it be family, friends, literally your network, your maybe leadership and work, right? Things of that nature. And with the flower agate here, I'm going to read a little bit out of the Crystal Bible before we proceed with your reading. And it says the agate has the power to harmonize yin and yang, the positive and negative forces that hold the universe in place. A soothing and calming stone, agate works slowly but brings great strength. Its multiple layers can bring hidden information to life, okay? So that's what I'm getting. I feel like you have been kind of like in the, how can I put this, in the background of your life for quite some time, right? You could have kind of oscillated in and out, like, oh, okay, I'm here one day and gone the next, right? I'm playing the stage manager of my life instead of the lead performer, but now you're the lead performer and people are acquiescing to you. Now, it's interesting because I had this, when I was in Paris, I was watching Heinz. I don't know if you guys, I'm pretty sure you do. He grew very quickly on YouTube. I want to say during 2021, like right after or in the midst of the pandemic, right? And I was listening to one of his YouTube videos while I was in Paris, and this stuck out to me. He said, I guess he lives in Canada and he went to a Dave Chappelle show or comedy show. And he said that Dave Chappelle had said something so profound, it just left an indelible mark in his psyche. And he said, and I wrote it down, when you step into a room, the person with the biggest dream, that's whose dream you're in. So I'm going to repeat that. When you step into a room, the person with the biggest dream, That's whose dream you're in. Everyone, your community, they're in your dream, pile number ones, okay? So I already know this is going to be a very profound reading. So without further delay, let's hop into it, because you guys are making strides. You're making a lot of headway right now in your destiny, right? Okay, but let's begin. So let's start off with the Heavenly Body Astrology deck, since this is a full moon reading. Clear, concise, accurate messages. Okay, come on. Look, we have Gemini energy here. We have curiosity, intellect, and networking. What did I say? Networking within your community. Either you guys are Geminis, okay, or you could be harnessing this Gemini energy right now in relation to having fun and expanding your intellect through your network, right? Wanting to know everything there is to know about the city you live in, the people in that city, right? Your clients, your community, your customers, your family, your friends right now. You want to know everything there is to know. You want to drink in the knowledge, right? Geminis are they're forever students, right? So Geminis are freaking curious. They're curious about everything. And that's one of their rays of beauty, right? Is because they look at the world through the lens of curiosity. And when you're looking at the world through the lens of curiosity, there's never a dull moment. There's always something to know, learn, or pick up, right? So this is what I'm getting here. It's either some of you all are Geminis. I know not all of you. Some of you all might have Gemini highly aspected in your chart. Or, you could be harnessing this Gemini energy right now in your life. Tell us more, Spirit. How are pile and let's not forget Geminis, the Geminis I know and that I have kind of like linked together throughout history, whether they be celebrities or whether they just be everyday people, they have a very keen business acumen as well. So some of you all might have this very keen business acumen that really is connected to your leadership capabilities, right? But I just had to add that. So how are our pile number ones bossing up during this full moon in Aries, Spirit? Clear, concise, accurate messages. How are pile number ones bossing up during this full moon in Aries? How are pile number ones bossing up? Yeah, opposition, imbalance, a point of tension, and a power struggle. I feel like you're surpassing this opposition, right? There is no opposition in your life anymore because you've learned how to balance that yin and yang energy that the flower agate would suggest here, right? You remember flower agate is a calming stone that brings balance and stability to the yin and the yang energy. And where there was an imbalance, there's now a balance and a cohesion, okay? So let's see, how are pile number ones bossing up during this full moon in Aries? How are pile number ones bossing up during this full moon in Aries, Spirit? Clear, concise, accurate messages. I love that. Now, pile number ones, what did I say? I said that the Wheel of Fortune is basically the midhaven in the major arcana. Now we have the 10th house, which is basically the midhaven of the astrological chart. Structure, discipline, life mission, accomplishments, and career. This is all about your career, okay? Especially during this reading, you are channeling Gemini energy. You want to know everything. You want to know more. You want to be more. You want to have more. You want to do more. You want more life, right? And I feel like especially in your career is just taking off, and it's because your leadership qualities, capabilities, that Spirit is directing you towards this life path of yours, right? I don't know why, but I was getting some of you all could be life paths number one. Some of you all could be innovators, and this is why you're galvanizing a community, right? Because you are doing something new. Excuse me. You're not reinventing the wheel here, but you're doing something different in regards to a common or a common field. There's something innovative how you're tweaking, this field that you're in, right? You're making it your own. You're adding your zest, your pizzazz, your flair, right? But it's different. It's like something that's never been done before, right? So again, with the 10th house here, structure, discipline, life, mission, accomplishments, and career, you're going to be experiencing a lot of accomplishments in regards to your chosen career path or your profession, right? And I feel like you are starting to realize, hey, I need more structure. I need more focus. I need more discipline, because this is going to require a lot out of me. And if I don't have that discipline and that structure, how am I going to have the energy to accomplish what it is that I'm trying to do? You know, in its most refined way, to the best of my ability. So yeah, pile number one's beautiful energy. Let's check the bottom of the deck here. What do we have? We have the third house, house 3, early learning, childhood relations, the rational mind, and communication. Okay, some of you all could be in the business of communication, right? And it could be in any field, right? Conversation rules a nation. Gemini energy, right? So I feel like your power is in the way you communicate. You see how there's a bird standing on this wheel, and like every animal around them are kind of like listening to this bird, because the bird signifies the messenger, right? I feel like you're the messenger right now for a lot of people, especially in your community. And then boom, birds here. Hello. So yeah, so I feel like it's interesting too, because the third house, I think, is it is communication, right? And it is ruled by Mercury, which is also ruled by Gemini. So Mercury, you could have either Gemini or Virgo in Mercury, right? That could be your Mercury placement. Or you could have, I want to say Gemini or Virgo highly aspected in your chart, but you're maybe leaning more towards Gemini energy right now, just in how you embody that communication skill, right? So let's get into your tarot, because I'm curious. Okay, let's see. Tell us more, Spirit. How are pile number ones bossing up during this Aries season? This one wanted to come out super quick. The Tower. Drastic change. And I mean, like, not in a chaotic, crazy way, but like everything must go. Everything that's no longer working, no longer serving me must go, because there is a spiritual clearance sale happening for you pile number ones, which is beautiful, right? It says destruction, enlightenment, and release. This is what's really happening. Destroying the old paradigm of your reality in order to rebuild on a solid new one. Literally embodying transformation, right? This awakening moment, this aha moment. This was the first card that came out. First card that came out. You are creating this whole new life, this whole new system for yourself, pile number ones. Gorgeous energy with this Tower. That's what I'm feeling. I'm feeling more of the enlightenment and the release. And maybe there is a dissolve. I don't know. I'm not getting destruction. I'm getting a dissolve, right? So let's see. How is pile number... You're leaving a burning building. You're leaving like a tanking situation as well. Some of y'all could be moving, is what I'm getting here too, because maybe the structure you have been in, or the foundation that you have been in, or the house that you have built in, is been in, apartment, whatever, wherever you live, is just, you're growing out of it, right? How are pile number ones bossing up right now? How is our pile number ones bossing up right now? Okay, we have the Ten of Swords. Endings in order to bring in new beginnings. Endings, final closure. You're closing something out. Clearance sale. Everything must go. Ten of Swords. But look at how these flowers are just blooming at the bottom of this skull. And they have 2 daggers in their eyes. And it's like, they're mourning their past, but they're able to see beyond their sadness, or I'm not even getting a sadness. I'm just getting they're able to see beyond their current circumstances. Pile number ones, you could be able to see beyond your current circumstances so much to the point where it doesn't matter what happens in your physical reality. Obviously, you're abiding by the natural laws of the land and spiritual laws, right? But more so, especially with that abiding in spiritual laws, you're able to hold the vision and you're able to transmute any energies that might be transpiring in your 3D because you're already where you want to be in your mind's eye, if that makes sense, right? So let's see. How are pile number ones bossing up during this full moon in Aries? How are pile number ones bossing up during this full moon in Aries, Spirit? Thank you. The Hangman. Okay. Some of you, sheesh, we have 2 major arcanas already. The Hangman, waiting, rebirth, sacrifice, and reflection. I feel like some of you all are kind of feeling like you're in this limbo, right? You're in this liminal space to where it is like you're not quite where you want to be yet, but you're okay because you're finding enlightenment through wherever it is that you are, even if that feels uncomfortable for the time being, you know. And it's interesting because this hang woman or hang man or hang person has their hands behind their back. So I feel like they have a trick up their sleeve that they're not really revealing to anyone. It's like a show to them, right? It's like a show. She's chilling, calm, cool, collected, right? And she has her hands behind her back. She's like, look, I'm literally getting myself out of this as we speak. Literally. Like, it's not a big deal. Okay. And it's interesting because with the Tower here, we have enlightenment. And then with the Hangman, it doesn't say enlightenment, but that's what the Hangman represents typically in the major arcana is enlightenment or a change of perspective, right? Through, you know, certain situations that may not, you know, seem the best on the outside. How are pile number ones bossing up during this Aries full moon? How are pile number ones bossing up during this Aries full moon, Spirit? How are pile number ones bossing up during this Aries full moon? Clear, concise, accurate messages for our pile number ones. How are they bossing up? Thank you. So we have the Hierophant. Yeah. Whew. Pile number ones, you guys are elevating to new heights, spiritual heights. This is a new level in your, not only in your spiritual awakening or your spiritual path, but also your physical one. We have ritual, ceremony, tradition, structure, knowledge, wisdom, and teacher. You are the oracle. You do have the keys. You've become this, not even a guru, but this teacher, and you don't mind teaching because you've been through it. Even if you haven't gone through certain circumstances, you've had the wisdom to know, okay, I don't have to go through this because I understand what going through this would bring me or anybody else who maybe didn't have to go through it, but maybe they kind of like learn the hard way, right? Because some of us, most of us, we're humans. We learn the hard way in life, but most of us kind of have to keep learning those hard lessons over and over and over again in order for it to really sink into our subconscious, right? In order for us to be like, okay, I got burned like 5,000 times. Oof, that hurt. It scarred me so bad. Maybe I should not do that again, right? It took me 5,000 times, and I'm over exaggerating, but it took me 10 times to put my hand on this stove, knowing that, you know, I was going to get burned or scarred. And, you know, I'm done with that. Like, I'm tired of being burned, you know, so to speak. Right. So I feel like a lot of spiritual and, material lessons have been learned here to the point where you're like, look, hands up. Like, they're like, look, surrender. I've surrendered. I surrender. My hands are up. Like, hey, I get it. I get it now. I surrender, Spirit. Tell us more. One more card, Spirit. This card fell out, but I'm not going to take it, but I will show you guys. It says 8 of Swords, frustration, anxiety, trap. So I feel like, yeah, that's the opposition, you in your own mind, right? And Geminis, especially air signs, they're notorious for overthinking. More so the signs ruled by Mercury, Virgos, and Geminis, notorious for overthinking. 8 of Swords, 9 of Swords, that's kind of like where Geminis and Virgos reside. And it usually, if it's transmuted in a healthy way, it could bring a lot of productivity and like curiosity, right? In the Gemini aspect. But if it's transmuted in a not so positive way, or like not for the betterment of self or people involved, you know, typically it'll be transmuted in hazardous ways or like toxic ways. Okay. So let's see. Last card for our pile number ones. How are pile number ones bossing up this full moon in Aries? Knight of Cups, creativity. You're running into your creativity. So it says proposal, quest, prospects, and pride. To be honest, some of you all could be getting married. Okay, if that resonates with some of you all, right? This could be, look, in the Nine of Swords at the bottom of the deck. That's interesting. Anxiety, and worry. So the Eight of Swords and the Nine of Swords came up. You could be feeling a little like, oof, about this transition. See, we have the Eight of Swords, Nine of Swords, and the Ten of Swords, right? So even the card that I showed you, I feel like that was meant to like be out. But here's the thing. This is what I'm getting. Some of you all could have a drastic change, and it's not bad. It's just going to be a change. And maybe you're a little worried about that change because it's like, it's something new. It's like a new frontier that you haven't, you know, dabbled in before. This could be in regards to your work or your life's mission, right? Your purpose. Or you could be anxious about what this will bring, what this will mean for your life's mission, your career, and your purpose, right? Some of you all can have a life's mission of being a spiritual teacher, right? Of being like a coach, a tarot reader, leading people in regards to spirituality, right? Because we're having a mass awakening. Like, it's almost like to the point where everyone knows that. Even the people on the news know that, right? It's almost general knowledge at this point. Consciousness is shifting, and it's heightening, right? Which usually happens during periods of great change, right? The Tower. This is more so pile number ones. It's interesting. Your life's purpose is connected in a network of what's happening on a what is it called? On a global scale. Okay. Also, what I'm getting here, some of you all could be committing to something, like doubling down, really committing. There could be a proposal on the way. There's a lot of X's too, like tens, right? 10, 10, tens. There's a lot of X's on this, what is this called? It's like the horse's saddle. There's a lot of X's on those saddles. You could be seeing a lot of X's. X marks the spot. Like, this is where I need to go. You could be pinpointing your what's it called? Really pinpointing your direction in life, where you're going, what you need to be more disciplined in, right? And the Hierophant talks about that, talks about structure, right? The Hangman talks about almost like being like, I'm getting more rebirth energy here than anything else because of the sacrifices you've made. And you could be in this really reflective stage. We're basically in the end of 2023, right? So this is natural, organic energy that comes in during the end of the year when you're reflecting, because you're releasing things, right? Old systems that no longer works. And that in and of itself is a change of identity. So sometimes we might be in this area where we're like, okay, well, who are we now? Oh my gosh, this is such stark change. But in reality, the Wheel of Fortune is here to tell you, hey, everything's okay, because spirit, luck is on your side because you have created this luck, right? So let's clarify this Tower. Clarify this Tower for our pile number one, Spirit. Why this Tower here for pile number one? Thank you. Two of Wands, okay? It came out in reverse. So you might feel like, where am I going right now, right? But I feel like you know you have the world in the palm of your hands. You know you're headed in the right direction. I'm going to get more cards, right? to clarify this, but you know you're headed in the right direction. You know you have the world in the palm of your hands. You could be whatever you want, pile number ones. You have to start learning how to delegate before things become too overwhelming in your life, right? Knight of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck, slow and steady wins the race, surveilling. Okay, now I have this new landscape. What seeds am I going to plant next, right? Clarify this Tower. You could be feeling a little lost too. Some of you could be feeling a little lost during this full moon in Aries. Like, okay, I thought I wanted something, but I feel like plan, right? That's the whole emphasis of the Two of Wands. Plan. If, you know, even if things don't work out in your favor, they're going to work out better. We all know that, because Spirit always leads us to our path in the way of least resistance. So what resistance are we kind of like putting up here? If we feel lost, we could be putting up an opposition to Spirit. And it's like, for what? Why are you doing that, right? The ball is in your court. Clarify this Tower for our pile number one, Spirit. Why is this Tower here for pile number ones? How are they bossing up? Why is this Tower here? You're restructuring. You're changing the whole damn system. Pile number ones. That's what I'm getting. You are changing the whole damn system. You're changing it. You are changing it. Even when it comes to the Nine of Swords with anxiety, you could have this moment of like, oh shoot, this all happened. Now what? Like, oh, your heart might start racing. But I feel like it's a good anxiety. You're going to transmute that worry into like momentum and like the pressure that makes diamonds, right? You're changing the whole damn system. That's what I'm getting with that Tower. You're changing it. People are going to see you are the sacrificial lamb in the best way, right? And under grace and imperfect ways. You're not sacrificing yourself in no weird, odd, insidious ways. No, you're like, hey, I'm going to put myself out there first. I'm going to put myself out there first. I'm going to put my ideas out there first. I'm going to be myself authentically. And let's see what happens, okay? Clarify this Tower. Why is this Tower here for our pile number one, Spirit? In regards to how they're bossing up this full moon in Aries, the Fool. Okay, some of you all might have a message in pile number threes. A whole new world is opening up for you. A whole new beginning. Spirit has your back with that dog in the background, okay? Saying, hey, you jump, I'm going to come right after you and with a parachute on my back, okay? A whole new beginning, a whole new world. Taking risks in life. That's going to reap your reward. One more card, Spirit, about this Tower. King of Cups just slid out. Okay, your emotional intelligence, the way you handle yourself and others has led you to take this this path in your life, the path of least resistance, right? And I feel like you're not, like I was telling you earlier in regards to that opposition, no, you're not opposing Spirit anymore. You're just going with it. You're going with it. And it's interesting because the Two of Wands here would signify feeling omnipotent, feeling like you could do anything, like the world is your oyster, and it is your oyster. Pile number ones. It's your oyster, and you know that finally. No matter what happens around you, you're good. No matter what happens around you emotionally, you're no longer emotionally stirred to the point where you can't move, right? You're not. You're not. You've cracked some code here. Okay. Clarify this Ten of Swords. I feel like the Ten of Swords is just ending the opposition in the old you. But let's see. Clarify this Ten of Swords. Look, Page of Pentacles. Whole new beginning, a whole new beginning in your material world. You're building something, right? We just had the Knight of Pentacles too, which is like, okay, I just got this land. Now what am I planting in it, right? Clarify this Ten of Swords, Spirit. Clarify this Ten of Swords for our pile. Building, cooperation, teamwork, right? Cultivating a masterpiece, right? Masonry in regards to like building and cultivating, right? If I'm saying that right, I could be wrong. Manifestation, right? displaying your artwork, displaying your expertise, displaying what you're good at. 10 of Swords at the bottom of the deck. End of a freaking old cycle. Everything must go because you're building upon higher ground here. You're building a new tower. You're building this new foundation. This is the tower that is gone, and this is the tower that you're building now. This beautiful burgeoning tower, okay, with people who are of like mind, who will finance it, who will secure it with you because they see your vision. Clarify this Hierophant, Spirit. Clarify this Hierophant for our pile number ones. Why is this Hierophant card here? Clarify. I feel like you're the go-to. You're the go-to, pile number ones. Clarify this Hierophant card here. 6 of Swords. Easy does it, right? You've left behind struggle, strain, sorrow. Even if that meant like going, I don't want to say going at it alone, but like mentally going at it alone. You just don't care anymore about what other people think if it's not positive, if it's not of good rapport, if it's not lovely, if it's not inspirational or creative or about love or something. You don't care. 5 of Pentacles, that's what I'm saying. You're leaving that shit in the dust. You're leaving the victim mentality, all that shit behind. You don't care. You're seeking refuge, especially in your mind. You're leaving that. You're leaving that old way of victimhood or, oh, woe is me. Nope, not on my watch. That's what I'm getting. One more card here for our, why is this Hierophant energy here, Spirit? One more card. Yeah, Judgment. Because you've rescued yourself. You've heeded the call. You've heeded Gabriel's blowing of the trumpet, right? That SOS, Spirit been signaled you, do this, and you did it. You see how this Hierophant is like, I surrender. Sure, okay. Tell me, lead me, guide me. I'll do it. Anything. Boom. That's what you did. And it's bringing you into higher ground. It's bringing you into safety and resiliency and abundance and a new life, resurrection. We got rebirth, resurrection, basically destruction, enlightenment is the same thing, right? Clarify this Knight of Cups here for our pile number one, Spirit. Clarify this Knight of Cups for pile number ones. King of Wands. This came out during the pre-shuffle. I was like, yeah, of course. Leader, a leader in love, a leader in a new movement. 8 of Swords here too, okay? The only thing that will stop you is you at this point. Everything is headed in your favor, pile number ones. Every single thing. The only thing that will stop you is that overactive mind of yours, which could be a great thing, right? An overactive mind, you could have so much creativity and so much thoughts and so much rapid movement. But when you start overthinking and overdwelling on one situation, that's when it becomes toxic, right? That's when the overactive mind becomes worry and anxiety. And we don't have time for that. We genuinely do not. And I feel like you're putting it into that because you know that you are a leader. Okay, you're on your quest. You're taking action, kicking ass and taking names, period. This is who you are, the King of Wands. You have mastered leadership. Continue to do that. Do not let your head wrap you into these, come on. You think you're like submerged underwater? This is what's really happening. Toilet paper bondage. Okay, freedom, 10 of Cups, Ace of Cups, like what the hell? Beauty is what you're supposed to be experiencing in life, not this 8 of Swords, right? Okay. 4 of Wands, 11. Some of you all could be seeing 11. 10 of Cups, Ace of Cups. Oh my gosh, just gorgeous. Okay. This leadership, this King of Wands energy could also, if this is about love, if this is about a proposal coming in for you, and giving you what you wanted because you asked. So don't be afraid to take the leap, to take the risk, because that overactive Gemini mind, that Mercury ruled mind will be like, but what about this? What if this happens? Oh my God. No, take the leap. Take the leap. Don't let worry, fear, or anxiety get to you, because it's really the perspectives of others that tend to worry us the most, right? So don't allow that. Ooh, this has been a long reading, pile number ones. I might not do that. Oh, goodness. Look, courage just came out. Card number 13. I'm taking it. Have the courage. Fire energy. Aries energy right now. Have the courage to take that leap of faith and to just delve into the unknown and watch it pay off for you in dividends. So I'm going to pull these last cards and yeah, we're going to wrap up your reading. Tell me more, Spirit, clear, concise, accurate messages. Last messages for our pile number ones in regards to how are they bossing up. But this is how you're bossing up. You're not only bossing up in your career and in your community, but in love as well. In basically the majority of the aspects of your life, okay? You're actually going out on faith and on courage. And yeah, you're gonna find a lot of beauty, right? And where your new path is. And not even your new path, a path that you have planned and cultivated. Last messages in regards to pile number ones, how they're bossing up. How are pile number ones bossing up right now? Thank you. We have memory, and these look like the same type of herbs, thyme and rosemary. I would recommend maybe cooking with cooking with more thyme and rosemary. I hear when you use rosemary, it will really enhance your memories, okay? And I'm getting cellular memory here as well, right? You feeling like maybe a connection that you are in is really like it's a, what is it called, like a past life connection. Is tapping into the arcane memories of like your Akashic records or something. I don't know, that's what I'm getting. Akashic records, book of life, something like that. One more card, Spirit. How are pile number ones bossing up? What did I tell you? Damn, this was the last card too. How about that? Luck is on your side. Lime, water energy. Okay, Capricorn energy. The luck that you've created. How beautiful is this reading, right? How gorgeous is this reading? We started off with luck on your side, the luck that you created, and we ended with luck. And you guys seen how that card just slipped out? Wow, just gorgeous. Incorporate more lime, maybe. Drink lime water, warm lime water. That could help. Card number 31. Some of you all could be 31 years old. The number 4 might be significant to you all. The number 4 for sure. 13, 1 and 3, that's 4. 31, 3 and 1, that's 4. So there's a lot of stability, a lot of growth, a lot of progress that's happening into your life right now, pile number ones. Just excellent reading. So yeah, my dreamy dreamers, I love you all so much. I know this was a long one. So yeah, I love you guys so much. And thank you for being here. And thank you for blowing up that life-changing encounters reading, because that one was great. And I'm really appreciative that you guys felt the same way. If you guys like this reading, if it resonated, please hit the thumbs up button, like, share, and subscribe. Share this content with loved ones, family, friends, or anyone who would best benefit from the messages provided here today. If you are interested in a gorgeous, one-of-a-kind tarot journal, look no further. The link to this journal will be in the description box down below. There's 117 pages where you can archive your tarot journey. And it's a really great tool to increase your psychic abilities and your intuition through jotting down the cards, the reoccurring cards, especially that keep coming up. Okay. I'm definitely going to use this during, I use it often, but I'm definitely going to use this during the full moon in Aries. I'll probably do my own reading after we end this one. Okay. So yeah, the link to this will be in the description box below. Also, if you're interested in building or scaling your spiritually based business online, go to my website, crazydreamer.com, and leave an inquiry for me. And I will get back to you, and, we can get on a free discovery call on how we can scale your online business, whether that be on YouTube, whether that be, my expertise is on YouTube, because I actually monetize this YouTube channel in 6 weeks. Okay. So let me know if you guys are interested in that. My website is in the description box down below. I love you all so much. And until next time, I'll see you in your next reading. Bye. Hey, pile number 2s, welcome back to your reading. So you all chose this gorgeous carnelian. as your crystal selection alongside card number 1 with the Magician. Okay, so here we have uno momento. Here we have Mercury energy, okay, with the Magician here. So I'm getting Gemini energy. We could also have a little Virgo energy here. And what I'm getting is, it's interesting, pile number 2s. Oh my gosh, I'm just now noticing this full moon. There's like these rituals happening under the full moon, right? So you could be doing rituals under the full moon in order to boss up during this Aries full moon. I feel like you're really feeling invigorated as well. You will be feeling invigorated during this full moon in Aries. Some of you all could be Aries, especially because I felt the need to pick the Carnelian for pile number 2s. But also pile number 2s, what I'm getting here is that like the world is really your oyster. You can create anything you want because you have every tool in your arsenal. You have everything that you need, right? And I feel like you know this and you're taking advantage of this fact. You're taking advantage of this fact. You could be reading a lot. You can be putting things in your cauldron, different herbs, spices and stuff like that just to get the energy flowing. You could be very clear-minded here with this sword resting against this tree. You could be doing all this stuff in nature as well, in some way, shape, or form, okay? Also, what I'm getting here is, ooh, you know, I just got an idea for you guys, pile number 2s. If you have a friend with like a cute backyard or something like that, go hang out with them during this full moon in Aries and do like a ritual, like, you know, something cool. And when we talk about rituals, we're not talking about like anything that's like lower vibrational or anything like that. Go commune with nature, AKA, right? Go commune with nature. Go outside. If you want to have fun and bring a little cauldron pot, you know, are we in October yet? No, we're about to be in October. Go get a little cauldron pot and go put some herbs in there so you could just smell the aromatic herbs in nature, right? You guys can sit down and read, drink libations, right? Really good tinctures of green juices or coffees or teas or something like that, right? You can have crystals to surround you and read tarot under the moonlight or something like that, right? That'll help you get your juices flowing in regards to how you're going to be bossing up during this full moon in Aries, which is seemingly just that, right? Also, I do want to read a little bit of Carnelian energy from this crystal Bible. I don't use it. I kind of do use the crystal Bible often in you guys's on this channel, but I felt compelled to, so I'm going to go with my intuition. Okay, so with Carnelian here, it says, let's see. Carnelian grounds and anchors you in the present reality, a stabilizing stone with high energy, very Aries energy. It is excellent for restoring vitality and motivation and for stimulating creativity. Okay, it is useful for dramatic pursuits. Carnelian has the ability to cleanse other stones. Okay, I love this, okay? And it says mentally, Carnelian improves analytic abilities and clarifies perceptions. I love this. So exactly, like, basically get creative and have this type of high intensity with your creativity. That's how you're bossing up. I feel like you're already kind of on that page, on that same page with this Magician card here. Okay, so I can already tell you all's reading is going to be very clear, concise, and to the point, because during the pre-shuffle, I got a lot of cards out and Spirit was just telling me, take these, you know, you don't need to keep shuffling. This is what I mean. Boom, boom, boom. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to follow Spirit. So basically, we have longevity with card number 39 that came out during the pre-shuffle. This is the chrysanthemum air sign energy. Okay, 3 and 9, that's 12. 2 and 1, that's 3. Okay, so I feel like the ascendant masters are really near you, urging you to get outside or to really take the lead or to really be playful with your creativity right now, pile number 2s. Okay, and I'm getting like time's ticking, but you still have time, if that makes any sense. Like, make haste while the sun is still up, but you know, you have time there. Whatever you're building is going to be for the long haul. So, you know, you don't have to just speed race into it, but realize that time is your most valuable asset right now. So whatever you're doing, do it in regards to the long haul, in regards to longevity, right? That's what I'm getting here. And then we have the sun energy here. We also have Scorpio, I believe, energy here. And then we have the air sign emblem. Now, our next card is card number 34 with attraction. And we have the flowers, the pansy flowers, right? We have Libra energy. We have a pendulum. It might be time for you to cleanse your pendulum underneath the full moon or something like that, or really ask pertinent, direct questions when it comes to, you know, how it is you want to boss up in your life right now. This is also card number 34, 3 and 4. That's 7, a very sacred and divine number. Some of you all could be 34, 39 years old. Some of you all could be, you know, seeing the number 7 a lot, 777 a lot as well. But we have more air energy here. So I think that's fascinating as well. And I feel like you guys could be practicing the law of attraction for a very long time, like for the rest of your life. You all might have cracked a code in regards to like, oh yeah, no, for real, my thoughts create my reality. So let me actually practice, like it's a law, right? It's a natural law of the universe, right? So you're like, oh, let me not play around with this law. Let me use it for my benefit, right? Then our last card, we have card number 28 with energy. We have Virgo energy, another cauldron pot. Some of you guys are cooking up something. Maybe you've been a little hush hush. You haven't been telling anyone. Maybe you've already been in nature. But yeah, the energies are, they're circulating right now. Pile number 2s. We have card number 28, 2 and 8. That's 10. 1 and 0, that's 1, okay? Which it goes back to the Magician card, number 1, okay? Some of you all could be life paths, number 1, but you all are feeling very energized, I feel like, in regards to how you're bossing up and the your pursuits, you know, that you're taking. We also have water sign energy. Some of you all could be water signs. Some of you all could be air signs. We have the sun represented in both of these cards. So some of you all could really be embodying Leo energy or having a lot of optimism when it comes to your future and the longevity of your career or your pursuits, whatever it is that you want, right? I'm getting citrus energy. I'm getting Spain energy here too with orange citrus trees. Some of y'all could be traveling to Spain or wanting to travel to Spain or like looking back as to maybe when you were like in a like Spain or a Spanish country, or even when you know, you felt like energized or something. You're galvanizing your energy right now. You're attracting energetic matches to you. That's going to be in your life for a very long time. So let's get into it. So again, I told you guys Spirit like was channeling off camera. So I'm like, look, we're just going to use these cards. We're not even going to, you know, play around. So let's see what your tarot is saying. We have the 10 of Swords. Okay. So we have endings, final closure. So I feel like you're closing the chapter on something here. And you're doing so for good, but this is a beautiful energy, pile number 2s, because it's more so mental. You're closing a mental chapter on maybe some mental chatter that just has no longer served you, okay? And we're going to clarify these cards that came out prior to, you know, me, if I can get it out, prior to us filming this reading too. So yeah, there's endings, but like I place emphasis on these roses. Look at how beautiful these roses are coming out. Okay. So I feel like you could be mourning an ending or a closure of something or something of your old life, but you see how these 2 daggers are in the eyes of the skull, but the third eye is awakened, right? You could have this aha awakening moment. And it's interesting because I've been reading a lot of Neville Goddard lectures lately, like reading the text, and he talks about this moment, and particularly the skull of his head where he had his awakening moment. And basically he was like, it's very esoteric, so stay with me. It's very esoteric. But he basically like had this dream, which he had passed away, and he wasn't really passed away, but he was like dreaming. And basically the actual state of his consciousness was him, right? That was him. And he had exited out through his skull in some way, shape, or form. And he was kind of like looking back on himself. And that's when he had finally realized, like, oh no, this is me. This is me. I'm not the physical body. This is me. My consciousness, basically the observer who is observing things through our physical facility, if that makes sense. And I'm going to stop here because I don't want this to be too long and drawn out, but I'll put the lecture underneath you all's pile selection if you want to read it. So yeah, it's kind of interesting how this is paralleling that, right? And for those of you all who have seen like the Midnight Gospel, it's like this cartoon. It's from the creators of Adventure Time, and they made this movie called The Midnight Gospel. Well, it's not a movie, it's like a show. It's a series, it's an animated series. And basically, like, it's so cool. It's a little intense, but my friend introduced it to me. Shout out to Ashley. And she introduced it to me, and it was really great. Like, I cried at the end, but it was really funny too. And it was very awe-inspiring, made you think and laugh and all this stuff. And basically at the end of every episode, spoiler alert. So for those of you all who don't want it, skip over this. But at the end of every episode, he basically sheds his external, like his meat suit, right? His body. He sheds his external suit. And then his third eye opens like this almost. His third eye opens and then he ascends. So it's like his avatar sheds, his third eye opens, he ascends, and then boom, he's right into the next storyline. It's very interesting. Go check it out if you guys want to, but that's what I'm getting here. Like, you're ascending your old chapter of your life, and then or your old avatar. Metaphorically speaking, you guys, I'm not saying you guys are, shedding it in real life. No, metaphorically speaking, and you're entering into the ascension process to where you're playing your new character. But this is all happening on Earth. Like, you don't have to pass away in real time in order to ascend. That's what Neville was talking about in that lecture that I was saying. But okay, so let's move forward. We have the Hangman, waiting, rebirth, sacrifice, and reflection. I feel like you all have been waiting a very long time in order to gain this perspective about your spiritual ascension, your spiritual growth, right? And that's one of the ways in which you're bossing up, because I feel like you have the spiritual perspective now. Okay, who do I want to be? Where do I want to be? Where do I want to go right now? I'm able to actually make this into form, right? Because of my thoughts. So where is it that I want to go? And I feel like you all have been taking some time out to really reflect on that and to do the things that you have to do in order to get there, right? So we have the Page of Pentacles, and it says talent, skill, money. I feel like you all have been understanding the 3D more, and like, okay, if I'm this avatar and if I'm playing this proverbial game of life, right? Let's play it to the utmost. Like, why am I half-assing it? Like, why am I not just playing my game in order to win it? Why am I playing it just lollygagging? I need to play to win. So I feel like a lot of you all are learning, cultivating your skills and your talents, and you could be making good money from it, right? Or you're learning how to make good money from it. You're learning about money, right? And I feel like it's definitely through creativity, because look at her hair. It's half pink and half black, but it's so cool. She's found her calling, right? On the 3D. She's found that talent and that skill, right? That will pay her, for lack of a better term, that will pay her, that will satiate her existence here on Earth. She could do what she loves, right? So we have the Knight of Swords, highs, lows, conflict, and tension, okay? Very interesting too with this tiger as well. It's like you're peering at something. You could be peering at someone doing something professionally of what they love as a talent, and you're like, how are they doing this? How are they making this work, right? Or this is where you're headed, like that fiery, you want that. You want it so bad. Look at how this tiger is looking at this girl holding this pentacle. Like, They're calm, they're cool, collected, they're on the side, they're just peering at her. But in their mind, you could tell what this tiger is thinking. Like, I'm gonna get that. I'm getting that from, like, not even from her, but I'm gonna get that. And you see how this orange energy coincides with this Knight of Swords. So be very conscientious of how you're moving and your thoughts as well, pile number twos, because whatever you're thinking, you attract. So if you think that there's competition, maybe, you know, this tiger is like looking at this pentacle like, oh, this person is getting that and I need to get what they get, but in a competitive way, you're going to have a hard time attracting the things that you want because there's this resistance, there's this high-low energy. Whereas on the spiritual realm, you don't have to compete. You just have to create. You do it, right? See what this person's doing, and you don't have to recreate the wheel. You can replicate it in your own way. Just do it. Just start doing it how this person did it, right? That's what I'm getting here. So let's see. We have the Knight of Pentacles. I love this. Reliable, visionary, and generous, right? I feel like you could be attracting this Knight of Pentacles into your energy, or you could be this Knight of Pentacles energy. Now, we're going to clarify this because I feel like this Knight of Pentacles kind of throw me for a loop here. Like, I'm like, where did they come from? You know, like, but I feel like this could be someone you're attracting, or this could be just what it is that you want, right? This Nine of Pentacle energy where you are reliable, you are visionary, you are generous. You know this about yourself, right? You know that you can be all you can be in this lifetime. But I think there are certain times when you're high and low and when you're conflicted within yourself where you're like just peering at this is what I'm getting. You're peering at this low level. You know how like this entry level, when you don't even need that because you're the King of Pentacles. Why are you peering so hard at this low entry level where you're the King of Pentacles? You've literally cultivated so much before, but you're peering so hard at this little page. You are so fixated on this little page, but is it because they do what makes them happy and they do creatively and they get paid for it, even if it's not a copious amount? Is it that? We're going to find out. So let's see. To reveal the last card, and we have the Hermit energy here, right? Healing, solitude, inner work. Yeah, you're doing the inner work on yourself because I feel like you're self-aware. Pile number two is you know, like, gosh, why do I have these feelings in me? Like, the majority of these feelings in me are positive, but the ones that are like still on the competitive plane, I want to work out because I know there's something in me that's saying this isn't the way either. That's what I'm getting here. And that's what you're ending, right? That's what's coming to a close here. Because this Knight of Swords is haunting. It's peering at this little page. Just showing like, hey, look at my work. Look at what I've done. Look at what I've done and then gotten in return to my own creative process. You want that more than anything else. You'd rather take a low wage and do something that really costs to your soul than like, you know, be making so much money or be, you know, but it's just kind of like, oh, okay, you know, but let's see, we're clarifying here. So also at the bottom of the deck, we have the Eight of Pentacles here with hard work, results, education, and achievement. So exactly, you're getting the things that you're asking for, in regards to you putting in the effort, but it's like, I feel like you're asking yourself, am I putting in the effort in the places that I want to reap the rewards in? Okay. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you, God. Clarify this Knight of Swords. Why is this Knight of Swords energy here for our pile number twos in regards to how they're bossing up? We have the Five of Cups. It came in reverse. I feel like you're no longer looking for disappointment, right? You don't want to feel disappointed, right? You don't want to cry over spilled milk. I feel like you're coming out of this like maybe depressive era or this depressive thinking that circumstances matter in your life, right? It's interesting too because we have the Magician at the bottom of the deck. Yeah, you are what is it called? You are restructuring your life and you are looking to what you have versus what you don't have. You are no longer paying attention to the lack thereof. You're no longer crying over spilled milk. If you want something, you have your eyes on it, set on it, you're going to go get it. That's what I'm getting here. But let's see. Clarify this Knight of Swords for our pile number 2s. Why is this Knight of Swords here for pile number 2? 10 of Cups. Yeah, you're finding your happiness. That's why this tiger peering at this little old page, right? Carrying this little old pentacle, you know what I'm saying? But being her, right? Being them in the process, that's what you want the most. You just want to be able to be your authentic self and be happy in regards to what you do. And not give a damn about what people think or say, or, you know, because that's when the abundance comes. It just does. One more card. Clarify this Knight of Swords for our pile number 2s. Yeah, we have the 7 of Wands. Standing up for your convictions. Standing up for the things that you want. Standing up for what you know is right. Even if things seem to be against you or at odds, you're fighting it off, right? You're establishing your boundaries as well. Okay? You're sparring with the best of them. I love this energy. Yeah, you have your eye on a prize here. And it might seem small to others, but it's big to you. It's going to lead to major success for you. And simultaneously, you will be doing the inner work. You will be doing this inner work, okay? Where you may have felt stuck in the past because something had ended, maybe you had to mourn something, you had to close off a chapter in your life. Now you're getting back into the swing of things, right? You're getting back into yourself because you maybe had to take a little pause to reflect, to, you know, kind of withdraw from society a little bit. And now you're back and you're better. Clarify this King of Pentacles for our pile number 2, Spirit. Why is this King of Pentacles here for pile number 2s? Why is this King of Pentacles here for pile number 2s? You're building something. Knight of Swords, very interesting. Knight of Swords, and it kind of came sideways or in reverse. We're gonna take it up. Yeah, you're really hungry for something. Yeah, you're and you know what's funny? Look at how this Knight of Swords is still facing, running towards this Page of Pentacles. You're running towards your dreams, your goals, the skills that you already have to make money. That's what you really want, and it's gonna make you it's gonna be very lucrative with this King of Pentacles here. You're a visionary. Trust in your vision. Hold your vision, pile number 2s, because you're really great people and you're very generous. You're not just doing this for yourself. Clarify this King of Pentacles for our pile number 2s. Clarify this King of Pentacles. 9 of Swords, yeah. I feel like you've been maybe feeling the weight of the world on your shoulders. Sleepless nights about what to do. In regards to, it could be a person, Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo. It doesn't have to be. I'm not really thinking about that. I feel like in your career, what it is that you want, right? You could be having sleepless nights. 6 of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. Because it's almost like you maybe have felt like this lack of reciprocity when it comes to the things that you give versus what you get back. But that's where this 5 of Cups is coming from. This disappointment in what it is you're getting back right now, even though you feel like you've put a lot into something, right? You could be feeling a little anxious or a little worried about something. Your mind could be racing right now. One more card. Why is King of... Jeez. Okay. I'm going to take this Empress here. Yeah. I'm going to take the Empress. I feel like this has something to do with your worth, right? With the King of Pentacles here. You might be feeling pile number 2s like, okay, what am I worth if I'm not able to make a certain income or hold my vision, or what is this Empress energy here for our pile? Sorry. I'm kind of fixated on these clarifications right now, pile number 2s. You can be very fixated on something, obviously, right? What is this Empress energy here? Clarify this Empress energy for our pile number 2s in regards to how they're bossing up. Okay. The Hermit. Interesting. Yeah, you're taking your time to heal, to assess, to really be in your receiving mode. I feel like, okay, this is what I'm getting, pile number 2s. You maybe have felt like you have been blocked off to getting what you want because you haven't been receptive. So you're withdrawing your energy. You're doing the inner work. You're going into a state of solitude so you can claim your worthiness. I feel like you're asking yourself, okay, you're getting to the root of some cause, right? You're like, well, why is it that this isn't working? How can it work, right? And where is this stemming from? And with the Empress energy here, we have like rest and relaxation. That's what I get. Venusian energy, Venus energy, right? Love. This could be about love. This could be about adorning yourself, really taking care of yourself, really kind of chilling out, right? Because you maybe have been this rapid movement where you've been fighting against something, right? Because this Knight of Swords actually stood out to me beyond all these other cards. Highs, lows, conflict, and tension. You're trying to release some type of tension in your system, in your body, because it's stagnating this new beginning. That's what I'm getting here. So in order to find the way out, you have to do it by going through. You can't go around it. You have to go through the situation. And that's what you're doing in regards to this Hermit energy here. Yeah, the Empress. You're just relaxing. You're withdrawing yourself in your energy, and you're working on your energy to the point where you're going to start attracting more without having to do more, if that makes sense. So yeah, okay. And I kind of switched it up for you guys as well. I should have pulled the Heavenly Body Astrology deck first, but I didn't. So let's see. You guys got air, okay? Open-mindedness, objectivity, and learning. Yeah, you're really learning right now. You're cultivating a lot of inner work as well, okay? We're going to pull more cards. Okay. You see what I'm saying? This is exactly what happened during This is exactly what happened during the pre-shuffle pile number 2s. The cards are just coming out. So I feel like Spirit really is giving you consistent and very immediate communication, right? We have water, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, spirituality, emotion, intuition, and compassion. I feel like this is what you're honing right now as well. And then we have fixed with Taurus, that Empress energy, right? Taurus, Leo, Scorpio, and Aquarius. Stability, persistence, loyalty, and dependability. And it's interesting, pile number 2s, because we have reliable. To me, reliable and dependable is kind of like the same thing. But we have this reliable energy here with the King of Pentacles. I feel like that's what you're looking for right now, whether it be in yourself, whether it be in others, whether it be in a person, right? A spouse, a connection, right? And I feel like Spirit has asked you to stop, pause, take a little break. You know, you got to take a break from searching in order for it to come to you with that Empress energy, you know, with this fixed energy here, you know, because sometimes fixed energies but fixed energies to me know how to kind of draw things to them, right? Stability, persistence, loyalty, and dependability. Granted, they are persistent, but they still know how to draw things into them very effortlessly. They could be persistent, but still do so casually. And I feel like you're open-minded to learning. Okay, well, let's learn. How does it come to me then, right? And you're really harnessing your spirituality, your emotions, your intuition, and your compassion right now. And more so for yourself. You're being compassionate to yourself right now. And that's probably why you're withdrawing your energy. For some of you, others, you might not be withdrawing your energy. Take what resonates, leave the rest, right? Okay, so let's yeah, pile number 2. So yeah, that was pretty much it. These have been longer readings, but let's see. Let's roll some astro dice. I didn't get to roll astro dice for our pile number 1s because their reading was super long. But let's roll some astro dice. Clear, concise, accurate messages in regards to how pile number twos are bossing up during this full moon in Aries? How are pile number twos bossing up during this full moon in Aries? We have Virgo, the 6th house, and the moon. So some of you all could have Virgo moons. You don't have to. Some of you all could have Virgo in your 6th house. But what I'm getting here is like you are hermiting right now. This is how you're conveying your emotions, is through the hermit. Virgo, we have 2 Virgo energies with the hermit here. So that's how you're conveying your emotions right now, is almost through your hermit period. So you, again, withdrawn energy, right? For yourself. And with the 6th house is because you're getting back on your routine. You're recalibrating, right? Getting your health in order. You're doing like a welfare check on yourself. That's what I'm getting here with this Virgo moon in the 6th house, right? You're getting back to your routine. You're getting back to yourself. You're recalibrating your energies right now. And you don't really care who feels what about it. You're just doing this for yourself. That's why I feel like some of y'all are Aries, or some of y'all can have a lot of Aries in your chart. You're doing what is best for you right now. And it doesn't matter. You know, everyone just has to kind of wait a moment. Yeah, that's what I'm getting here. So yeah, pile number twos, I love you all so much, my dreamy dreamers. I really hope this message resonated with you. If it did, please give this reading a thumbs up, like, share, like, share, and subscribe. Share this content with family, friends, loved ones, whoever you think this would resonate with. Also, if you're interested in a gorgeous one-of-a-kind tarot journal, look no further. The link to this journal is in the description box down below. There's 117 pages right here where you can archive your tarot journey. And, you know, this journal was really a labor of love for me and the artist Sandrine Ann. Shout out to Sandrine Ann. I'll try to link her Instagram in the bio if I can remember. If you guys want, please remind me. But long story short, this was really a labor of love for us. You know, she was actually a fan of, you know, the readings, right? And divinely guided. We were just very divinely guided towards each other. And if you guys want to know that story, let me know in the comments too, because it was really cool. It was really a divine happening. But long story short, use that journal. It'll increase your intuition. You can use it on the channel. And yeah, the link will be in the description box down below. Also, if you all are interested in either developing or scaling your spiritually based business online, go to my website, crazydreamr.com. It's spelled just how it's spelled on my YouTube channel, and leave me an inquiry. You guys can also schedule and sign up for a 15-minute free discovery call with me to see if I could best help you to scale or to develop that spiritually based business online and get you some clients or some money in your pockets, okay, from your spiritually based business. I love you all so much. And until next time, I'll see you in your next reading. Bye. Hi, pile number threes. Welcome back to your reading. So you all chose this Topaz crystal alongside card number 0 with the Fool. Now, I believe this is Uranus energy with the Fool card here. And it's interesting because we see this beaver or this cute little creature here, literally, that has found a path or carved this path in the sky, right? And then we have a staircase to either the sun or the moon. So I feel like you're really about to set off on a journey and adventure into your dreams. Okay, whenever I see something that's emanating into the sky, I think of our dreams, our wildest dreams, us having no limits, us having no capacity, you know, no ceiling is what I mean, right? Us having no ceiling. You understand that to the utmost, right? And with card number 0, you're the wild card. Pile number threes, you're the wild card of your family, of your friends, of your community right now. You're doing something that hasn't been done before, right? You're charting uncharted territories right now, okay? I love this energy right now. And look at the face. Is this a dog? Maybe it's a Pomeranian. I think this is a dog. This is a dog, pile number threes, this is like a little Pomeranian, and they're just excited to go on this quest, right? They're like looking at you like, hey, I got your back. You know, whenever you want to go, I'm with you. Let's do it. Okay. So I feel like with this Uranus energy, your whole perspective, the whole way, your whole system of thinking could really be changed, or like just be changing right now for the best. Okay. So 292, I want to read a little bit of Topaz for you guys. And let me know if you guys like when I read the, you know, the meanings of these crystals. I don't have to, but it helps me as a reader to refine my intuition, me knowing crystals, me, you know, kind of like educating myself, even educating you guys on these crystals. So let me know if it's something you like. If it isn't, I'll stop it. So we have the clear topaz. This is what this is. And it says aids in becoming aware of thoughts and deeds and the karmic effect that these have. It assists in purifying emotions and actions, activating cosmic awareness, and healing. Clear topaz removes stuck and stagnant energy. This is exactly what's happening here with the full card energy. Pile number threes. You're no longer stagnant. You're no longer stuck. There's no longer a ceiling on what you can accomplish and what you can achieve and who you can be, right? This is the energy that is very free and clear here. Okay. You're going after the things which you want. You're taking risk. You're kicking ass. You're taking names. Okay. This is just what's happening here. Okay. The whole system has been eroded. Okay, with Uranus, you know, you could be getting a lot of downloads just because there's an agreement in the ethers right now with this spiritual awareness that's happening, with this awakening that's happening globally. Okay, and I feel like you are spearheading it to a degree. Okay, so let's get into your heavenly body astrology cards to get into your reading. So I was telling pile number twos because Spirit had clear, concise messages for pile number twos even before I started to shuffle. Same thing happened with you, but just with this card and I think one of your tarot cards. So we're going to reveal it to you right now. So we have opposition, okay? Imbalance, a point of tension, and a power struggle. You're no longer in this impasse, right? You're no longer in this opposition. I could be saying impasse in the wrong context, so disregard that. But you're no longer in this point of struggle. You are transmuting that stagnant, stuck energy, or that power struggle, or that tension that you've been feeling within yourself, and you're bursting through that glass ceiling is what I'm getting. Okay. So how is our pile number threes bossing up during this full moon in Aries? This is how you're bossing up. You're not giving yourself a limit anymore. You're the full card here. You're the wild card in the bunch. Pile number threes. You're going to do whatever you want to do. Okay. How are pile number threes? Okay, so we have Chiron here with hurt and heal. So you've been healing. You've been on this healing journey. You've been on this healing quest. And I feel like, you know, that's coming to an end. How is our pile number threes? How are pile number threes bossing up during this Aries full moon? How are pile number threes bossing up during this Aries full moon, Spirit? How are pile number threes bossing up during this Aries full moon? How are pile number threes bossing up during this Aries full moon? Clear, concise, accurate messages. You guys are hesitant. You guys might still be thinking about, do I want to do this? Do I want to take this risk? Do I want to take this leap of faith? I just healed myself. Am I sure? So let's see. We have the 8th house, and it says transformation, karma, facing fears, and legacies. Yeah. This has been a common theme throughout all three piles, that you are transmuting these energies of stuck stagnations that's just no longer serving you. You're deading them. They're about to cease to exist in a moment. You're facing your fears, right? Especially with this full energy here. It's like, logically speaking, you're like, there might be a few ceilings, right? And adhering to the natural laws and the laws of the lands, of course, right? But in your mind, there are none, right? In your imaginative faculties, in your spirit, there are none. And I feel like you're starting to realize that, pile number threes. You're honing that at least, right? But therein lies the tension. Okay, logic versus, my spirit. We have the second house, physical security, possessions, material values, and self-worth. That's what all this underlining stuff is about, that you're transmuting, right? That you're taking the leap of faith on, that you're risking it all for, is to secure, most importantly, your self-worth. Okay? The possessions, the physical security, the material values will come as a result of you pinpointing and healing those hurt aspects of your self-worth, period. What you're doing, you're letting it go with the eighth house here. You're facing your fears that are revolving around your self-worth, like who you want to be and what you deserve. Because what we deserve is very contingent. What we think we deserve, because we deserve the world. We all have intrinsic value because we are extensions of the Most High, right? However, what we think we deserve is always going to be contingent on what we get. It just is, on what we get or what we materialize. Typically. Okay, so let's pull some of your tarot. Now, again, like I was saying, Spirit wanted to make sure you got these messages. So our first tarot out the deck was Justice, balance, equality, balance and equality, basically. You see where this imbalance is? Balance is being restored. Now, this could be because we just entered Libra season. This could be because it's just a natural process of the healing process because you have done the work, but balance is being restored for you because you're owning your truth. You see her with this sword in her hands? She gets it now, right? She gets it. You get it now. Okay? You're coming into this balance and equilibrium within your soul, and you're like, I get it. Let's go. I'm ready. Let's take this leap of faith. Let's break through this glass ceiling, because it's a glass ceiling because it's a ceiling that I created for myself, right? Or that could have been, honed through, what is it called? Through conditioning, right? We're all conditioned to some extent. Okay. We have the Page of Pentacles, talent, skill, and money. And this could, like that second house energy, physical security, possessions, material values, and self-worth. You are on this new quest to learn everything about how to make money from the skills and the talents that you possess, because you possess a lot. You see this young person here, they're very creative. You could tell by the hair and how they carry themselves, right? You could just tell that they're very creative. And I feel like this could have been the tension or the imbalance or the power struggle, how do I really make the money that I want through my skills and that I've acquired and my talents? How do I do that, right? You're learning about that. But I feel like you kind of have broken through the learning, right? And now you're doing. So clear, concise, accurate messages, Spirit. How is our pile number 3's bossing up right now during this full moon in Aries? How is pile number 3 bossing up? I love this. Judgment. Okay. Oh, I'm getting the chills too. Acceptance, awakening, and awakening. You're blowing your own horn. Toot toot. Pile number 3's. You know you're good. You're saving yourself right now when it comes to how you're bossing up. You're bossing up, okay? You're saving yourself. You're playing Gabriel and you're blowing that trumpet in your salvation, right? And look, she has these butterfly wings around her. You've transformed. Okay, transformation, karma, facing fears and legacies. You've done that. The worst is behind you, pile number 3's. I just hope you know that. The worst is behind you. Okay, let's see. We have 2 major arcana here, Justice and Judgment. But let's see. Technically 3 with the Fool, but I don't really count that. Okay, look at this. 9 of Cups. This just came out. I didn't even have to reiterate my question. Happiness, vitality, optimism, and joy. You're getting your wish fulfillment. You're getting your 9 of Cups. Period. Pile number 3's. Okay, look at that cat. Some of you all could be getting a cat. A cat could be choosing you, okay? But I really feel like this cat is about your intuition, how well you've trusted it. And this is why you're reaping this reward, because you've trusted in yourself. You're happy. You're a happy person. So you're gaining all these strides because of your natural disposition. But I feel like you've worked on this disposition as well. You didn't just rest on your laurels like, oh yeah, I'm happy naturally. No, you've been through some shit. hurt and heal, imbalance, a point of tension and a power struggle. You've been through it, but you've cultivated awareness in what you've been through to the point where now you can be like, okay, I've transmuted that and I continue to transmute it on a daily basis. But now spirit is like, aha, interesting. I got you, pile number threes. You're set. I'm about to set you up in the best way possible for life because you listened to me. You listened. Okay. Especially with that dove on this person's shoulder here, on this girl's shoulder here, you've listened to the callings and the stirrings of your heart and the transformative process that spirit was asking you to do. One more card, spirit, clear, concise, accurate messages. How is our pile number threes bossing up during this Aries full moon? You're about to get a wish granted, wish fulfilled. Look at that. 10 of Pentacles. Whew, you can't make this up. You cannot make this up. Inheritance, family, property. Look at how happy this couple looks. And they're so happy because they've listened to themselves. They've listened to the stirrings of their heart. This wish fulfillment is going to be, you've done it. Look at this. 6 of Cups. Ooh, I'm about to cry. You've adhered to your inner child. You've healed them. Okay. And you continue to heal them. And this is why this is coming up. This is why this new beginning is burgeoning into your life, is because you've healed them, pile number threes. You've continued to do the work, and you won't stop, you know, harmony, childhood, reconciliation. You've reconciled with the past, even internally. This is amazing energy here. This is amazing energy. It literally choked me up. Crazy, crazy, crazy. Again, you could have been having a lot of childhood instances or past remembrance of childhood coming up, stirring in you, and you may have sat with them for a minute, like, hey, let's sit with this. What's going on here? And all this beauty is being given to you because you have done the work. You know, spirit is rewarding you for that because it's hard. It's hard to do the work. It's hard to tap in and let things go time after time after time after time. You think, hey, I just let this shit go. I just let this go. Or I just let that go. I have to let more go. And spirit's like, yep. And you're like, okay, fine. Come on. Okay. This is really beautiful. 9 of Cups and the 10 of Pentacles. You're getting what you want. You're getting what you want. And you're not waiting. You don't have to wait. You don't even have to look for it. It's here for you. It's here for you. Throughout all this opposition, everything that you've been dealing with, all the things that you've been facing, you've traversed it. You've faced your fears. You know, you dealt with your karma. You've transformed. You continue to transform, right? And now the big finale, that 10 of Pentacles, getting your inheritance, your divine inheritance. It could be an inheritance from a family, a passed down loved one, but this is divine inheritance. This is what I'm getting. This is spirit showing you grace and justice. Like, yes, my child. Yes, my child. You've listened to me. Thank you. Someone's listening. I'm just kidding. But yeah, you've listened to me and you've honored your truth. And you've balanced yourself out. So let me give you your divine inheritance, because we all have one. Or many, who knows? Whew. That was deep. I really don't even need to clarify these, so I won't. This is a shorter reading than the others. Let me see. What can I clarify here? I could clarify this judgment, even though I feel like you've just awakened to your calling and you've adhered to it. But let's see. Let's clarify this judgment card. Clarify this judgment card for our pile number threes. Why is judgment here for pile number threes? Clarify this judgment card for pile number three, spirit. 7 of Cups. Now this came in reverse, so I'll read it both ways. In reverse, the fog, the mental fog, the confusion that, you know, has been maybe shrouding your consciousness for quite some time is gone. It's done. It's diminished. You are clearly thinking and understanding of what it is that you want, who it is that you are, and where it is that you're going, right? You have that clarity about you. Now, upwards, you could be spoiled for choice right now. And Spirit is asking you to choose wisely, because when Spirit gives us something, Spirit always, they do, to me, this is my personal, maybe experience and how I look at it. Spirit always is going to want us to do something for Spirit. And it's not going to be anything crazy. It's not going to be anything that hurts us or harms us, but it's going to be like, hey, I need you to let go of these, of your ego in order to get the desire that you want. Now that could look like, if you're in a job right now and you hate it, but it pays the bills, and you're afraid to stop that job because you fear lack, right? You think, okay, well, if I stop this job, how am I going to make ends meet? How am I going to make an income, even though I want to do this thing, right? If you take a leap of faith, if there's no ceilings for you, and if you just go out on a leap of faith, say, hey, I'm going to start my business with no plan B. You might have a little cushion. Maybe you saved a couple thousand, $10,000, something. I don't know, $5,000. But you don't have a cushion. You're not looking for another job. You're going to live off that 10K until it's up, right? And rent and food and transportation, that'll eat that up quick, right? So you're thinking about that logically. But you're like, you know what? I'm going to go for it. I'm going to just do it. That's what Spirit means. Okay, you're going to have to sacrifice your 9 to 5. And this is just an example. If it doesn't resonate, guys, don't take it. It's just an example. You're going to have to sacrifice this 9 to 5 to be spoiled for choice, to get what you want. So choose wisely, because you are giving up something that, was once beneficial to you. But you say you want this thing, so how bad do you want it? Right? So that's one way of looking at it. Clarify this Judgment card for our King of Pentacles. Being in your own resolve, right? Not letting things stir you emotionally. Being very firm and centered in your emotional capacity and intelligence, right? They say the best business people are very emotionally sound and emotionally intelligent, right? Because they have empathy. They're able to use their empathetic prowess or their empathetic power in order to be like, okay, instead of reacting, let me respond to this situation, because what if I was in their shoes? So let me see how this could be mutually beneficial to everyone involved, right? There's this mastery of your emotions that are taking place within you, and Spirit is rewarding you for that. Okay, you're getting a second chance at something because you've mastered your emotions to a certain degree. I like the crown on this king too. I just realized that. I really like the crown on this king. But anyways, one more card. Clarify this Judgment card for pile number 3, Spirit. Last card. Why is this Judgment card here for pile number 3s in regards to their boss up during this full moon in Aries? Oh, yeah, exactly. Jeez, Louise. Look, the Emperor, boss. This is the only Emperor card that came out in all these 3 piles. Y'all are the boss, the big boss. You're running the show, pile number 1s. Pile number 3s. Jeez, I called you all piles but your name. Pile number 3s, you're running the show. You are the show, right? You're running the show because you are autonomous. You believe in yourself so much. I love this. Very Aries energy. And you're very resolute in who you are emotionally. You don't care. We also have the Queen of Swords in reverse, which I think is interesting. I feel like, again, you guys are making executive decisions and you are no longer worried about what people think or have to say about them. However, you're not being a bitch about it, right? You're not being the B word about it. You're just, you know how to talk to people without them feeling stirred or like weary excuse me, guys, that was my tummy. I'm very hungry. So without them feeling stirred or weary of how you're going to react, right? You've learned to master the art of responding versus reacting. And I feel like this is taking you so far. This is about to take you so far. It's ridiculous. Pile number 3s. And it's because you've let go of a lot of unnecessary baggage. You know, you're like, you're just letting go of stuff. You're letting the minutia go. You're like, okay, whatever. You know, because you're a boss. Kings, emperors, people in leadership, they really can't be stirred that much. People in divine leadership and in a divine position of powers, you know, they're very like charismatic, you know, they seduce the people. They don't have to use coercion or force or a bad mental attitude. They use the opposite. They use a positive mental attitude. They use grace. They use kindness to get the people, you know, to do what they want them to do. Okay? So I feel like because you figured this out, you're now being rewarded for it. Okay? So now let's pull your last cards to conclude your reading. I kind of went a little in for you guys just because y'all were a very clear, concise deck. Now, let's, what else do we need to know about how pile number 3s are bossing up during this full moon in Aries? How are pile number 3s bossing up during this full moon in Aries, Spirit? Okay. Oh, wow. Okay. Ritual, card number 10. Yeah, you're doing something over and over and over again. You're doing repetition, practice. You're practicing. You're very practical right now with this earth energy. Card number 10, sweet corn. You could be seeing 1010. You could be seeing the number 1. Your life path number could be number 1, excuse me. We have Leo energy here too. You could be burning sage, doing fire rituals or smoke cleanses as well. You're very ritualistic right now. You're doing something on a daily basis. You're being very consistent with what it is that you say you want. And Spirit sees that and they're like, bet, give them what they want then. Because they're going to keep doing it until they get it. So you might as well just expedite it. Tell me more, Spirit. Look at this. Look at this. Card number 30, love potion, baby. You're running the show from a frequency of universal love. Juicy love, heartfelt love. Okay. We got Libra energy here as well. Balance. You're balanced. You're poised. That is where your beauty lies, right? People are like finding you irresistible because they're like, wow, who is this person? Their energy. Oh, I feel it through every ounce of my being. I feel so loved from them and I don't even know them. Who are they? I don't even know them. Why do I feel so much love coming out of them right now? A lot of water energy, right? You've healed past wounds. You don't want people to feel how you felt in the past, unloved, unwanted, so you're giving them the love that you know you deserve and vice versa. Clear, concise, accurate messages. How are pile number 3s bossing up during this full moon in Aries? How are pile number 3s bossing up? 15, happiness. Didn't we look what the happiness, vitality, optimism, joy, happiness. You're just happy. You're happy. You could even find yourself telling people that I'm just happy. I don't know. I can't explain it. Card number 15, 1 and 5, that's 6. And that's going to be translated on the 3D, on your material plane as well, pile number 3s. Gorgeous energy, gorgeous reading. We have marjoram as the herb or the plant here. Gemini energy. We have another one of these like potion bottles, okay? So you could just be wrapping people and engulfing people in your happiness and your love potion, right? And your universal love potion. It's not like you're even trying to have people fall in love with you. That's not the intention here at all. I do not see that in the slightest. You're in love with you, so other people fall in love with you. And it's more so your energy, it's your vibe. They want to be around you. Who doesn't want to be around a freaking amazing, happy, loving, caring, kind, compassionate person. Who doesn't? Name one. Unless they're just super low vibrational to the point where it disturbs them to be around someone who is so authentic to themselves, because they know they have to now be authentic they have to now be authentic to themselves. And if they're not, they're going to be clocked, right? The cat's out the bag. I'm not who I say I am, because this person who's vibrating off this love frequency is exposing me just from them being themselves. They're not even trying to expose me. I have to reach this person's level. And if I'm not willing to, I can't be around this person, because it's going to overshadow anything that I do, anything that I say, you know? Bottom of the deck, clarity, card number 1. Eyes wide open, you know? You have this clarity and this understanding of your life and where you wanted to go and who you want to be. And this isn't stopping anytime soon. Pile number 3s, okay? Ooh, yeah. This is a great reading. So let's conclude your reading and roll these astro dice for the last message in regards to how pile number 3s are bossing up during this Aries season. You gotta say it with your chest. Pile number 3s. How are pile number 3s bossing up during this full moon in Aries? Libra, 10th house, Venus. You do not chase, you attract. Venus rules Libra, or Libra rules Venus. I know, no, Venus rules Taurus and Libra. That's where they're most comfortable at, the signs that they're most comfortable at. In the 10th house, you're bad to the bone. What did I say? You could be seeing the numbers 10, 10 a lot lately. Okay, and then even in regards to that pile number 3s, this is how you are exuded. This is how people see you, just beautiful, just oozing with passion, oozing with grace, oozing with this balanced energy. They want to be around that. Okay. This Libra season could look very chef's kiss on you, could look damned good on you. And you know what's interesting? Libra is the opposite of Aries, and this is an Aries full moon reading. So this South Node energy, you are turning it on its head right now. And you're just exuding and embodying this beauty, this grace, this kindness, this balance, this, you know, this everythingness. And people are seeing it. 10th house is all about like career. It's about like showcasing your talents. It's about like how we're presented in the public eye, especially the work that we do. People are enamored. They're enamored. That's the word that I was looking for this whole reading. Enamored by your grace and your presence, really. How you show up to your job, how you show up to what you do, okay? So yeah, pile number 3s, that is all the time that I have for you, my lovely dreamy dreamers. If you like this reading, if it resonated, please hit that thumbs up button, like, share, and subscribe. Share this content with loved ones, family, friends, or anyone who could best benefit from the messages provided here today. If you all are interested in a gorgeous, one-of-a-kind tarot journal, look no further. The link to this journal will be in the description box down below. There's 117 pages where you can archive your tarot journey from start to finish, okay? Also, it's like a little book inside. It gives you so much details about what's going on, you know, the numbered cards, the major arcanas, the minor arcanas, 3 cool spreads, how to prepare your cards, what is it called? Spiritual hygiene, all that good stuff. Okay, so link to this journal is in the description box down below. Also, if you're interested in either developing or scaling your spiritually based business online, particularly YouTube, I'm your girl. Go into my website, crazydreamr.com. It's spelled how my YouTube handle is spelled. CRZY Dreamr.com. And you could either go and purchase and schedule a free 15-minute consultation with me, or you can go and bypass all that and go get my 45-minute spiritually based business consultation with me. And I will give you basically a checklist on what to do on YouTube in order to start the monetization process. Okay. So with that being said, I love you all so much, my dreamy dreamers, and I'll see you in your next reading. Bye.